guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am doing another storytime video because why not? I just am filled with shortcomings. So this one's going to be themed around music and singing. So I have 3 different stories I'm going to tell you that are quite embarrassing for different reasons. So let's get started. So the first one happened very recently. So it was the end of school this year. So like last day of school, there was a talent show I had to try out. I made it, blah 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 blah. I performed the cover I performed on this channel. Yeah, edited it so then 7 years wouldn't be so long at the start, and then like the transition to "Wanna be sexy, so I think the world is cool." Like it made more sense. I put something in the middle so it just like flowed better. Anyways, so I was singing. I had to perform twice. The first time was horrible. I was so nervous. Like I don't think I've ever been so nervous. Like I actually felt like throwing up. It was pretty bad. So I was just like, I was like trying to practice in my head, but literally like I couldn't sing. So the embarrassing part comes here is where I went to perform and I was playing ukulele, obviously, so I can't just be like, once I was 7 years old, So we didn't have a mic stand until we didn't have a mic stand for the instrument, so like someone had to sit not even a foot away from me holding the mic to my mouth, and I'm just like, this is awkward. It was so awkward and so uncomfortable. Like a mic just like right here, someone's just sitting next to you, and I'm like, I don't want to yell because she's right there. So I was like, 7 years old, Mama told me go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Like I was so scared, like I didn't and everyone's just like, oh, that was good, but like I couldn't hear you, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but when somebody's sitting not even half a foot away from you, it's kind of awkward. And then the most annoying part, I literally finished probably the transition because I was the second last person. The other person was playing piano and she got one, and I'm like, the second performance was fine, but it was bad. So my second story is another performance story. Year 6, of course, because I just didn't learn. So I sang there, and it was fine. Like, I was going fine. I was worrying about, like, remembering a line and stuff, and, like, it was going fine. And then my dad's just like, yeah, you were pitchy. And I'm like, I bet I was, because, like, when you're little and then you're, like, in the moment, so you're just like, let me try something really hard that I'm not ready for. I probably did that. So I mean, I got an applause, and I wasn't as nervous, but it was still, I don't know. I'm just not a really efficient performance person. I don't know. And then I guess I'm gonna tell my camp audition story. Oh gosh, that was interesting. Okay, so like this was literally about a week, just barely a week after I sang at the talent show. I wouldn't say it like went horribly wrong, but I was still pretty nervous for both performances. My nerves were like severely wrecked because like all those nerves, you just kind of have to like group. And then my friend's just like, you should try out for the camp talent show. And I'm like, even though it's like 200 people, I think all these performances were like 200 people, 500 people. None of them were over like 500 people. Like I can public speak, but I just can't public sing. That's my thing. So I was like, cried, like my nerves were racked, like they were severely racked. I performed in front of like 800 people that day. It was just like I had nothing left. I felt like I had nothing left. Like I felt like I couldn't feel anything anymore. So I go into the audition. I watch my friend audition in front of her dad. It's actually her dad, and her dad can sing. Like props to her dad. Dang, like okay. Yeah, so I had to perform in front of her dad. Like the first part, it was just rusty, and like it was at church camp, so like we sang about 3 times a day, and it was the end of it. So singing Sunday through Friday 3 times a day just wrecks your voice. So I'm like, I have no voice. I sang a million years ago. I should do a cover on this channel. I'm sorry, all these side thoughts, but it was a million years ago, and just all these singing, so my falsetto was wrecked, and like everything was just in interesting places. So I just like went in there, and she was just like, should I try out? And he's like, why not, so I did, and I was so nervous because I don't like trying out for things. I don't like being judged on something I feel like is so personal to me, because I've probably been singing since I was like 5, probably earlier, like 4. So I feel like singing is like my way of like expressing emotion, and like for someone to tell me I was bad at that, it would kind of hurt, you know? So I think it was more like all that, so I was just like crud. So I started singing it, and I sang it in the wrong key, so the low note was way too low and the high note was just like not there because I was losing my voice. And then I was just yelling like the second part, and he's like, okay, I see you're nervous, and I'm like, yeah, I just performed, and like my nerves were wrecked. And he's like, okay, so he's like, come back to me, like make a decision by like lunch, or I think it was lunch or dinner, I think it was dinner, like if you want to perform or not, because it's like he liked the tone of my voice, because I kind of have a unique type thing. I don't know. So I like went and I sang in the cabin a couple times. I changed it so then it wouldn't be so much on my voice. And then I was just like, I'll do it. You know, I asked the people in the cabin, they're like, yeah, you should do it. So I did it, and everyone really liked it. And I was like, I wasn't nervous the first part. I was like praying so hard for like confidence to be like, it's like I'm gonna sing in my bedroom. So like the first part was fine. I got up to like the chorus or something. It was totally fine. And then I got to the second part, and like everyone looked so bored because I was singing it a cappella as well. So I'm just like, crud. And then I like was sitting, I saw my brother in the back and he started yawning, and I'm like, dang, am I boring people? Like I just like, I just didn't know what to do. And then I stopped. I was like, a million years ago. And then everyone started clapping, and I was like, yay, I did it. So like, those are my weird, wacky story time singing gone wrong things. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I hope to see you on Thursday. Bye.
Hey.
Hi.
I can't hear. My ears are clogged.
Well, we're swimming. Well, we were swimming.
We were swimming. Hi.
We were also stunting, and I will link all their channels up there because I'm a good friend, unlike this one who doesn't link anything.
Hey, girl.
Or post. So
yeah.
Tell her to post, and tell also Zoe to post. How long has it been?
A few weeks.
No, it's been like a couple months. But yeah, we were swimming, and there's Wilson, and this pool is really deep. Why?
I don't know, but like it's like 10 feet, 12 feet.
Like you don't think it's deep, and then you like hit this